Hello viewers and welcome to part 20 of the Clueless Cactus Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough as per requested by Twitch viewers. More bad Manatog dialogue incoming, now where we left off, being falsely accused of killing the Sultana and being run out of Ul'dah. The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation or any hint of concern for his own safety, though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke often of you, Amber, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. You can believe how many of my subscribers have been saying that lately. Master Alphinaud, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Amber are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Torrepin, but Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. Sid, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of the fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly? Then he is no merchant, but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I hid the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monitress and the Crystal Braves. Coerthas. Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monitress and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and her allies, no matter what the Monitors claim. Marshal Torrepin, I know not what to say. Ha! Now that father would labor to believe. But enough talk, you must go on, Master Alphinaud. Your airship awaits. Up, up, there's no rest for the righteous. We should make for Cap Dragonhead and speak with Lord Horshfall. Mayhap he will know what to do. Okay. Master Alphinaud told me your tale, Amber. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. 'Twould be best if I explained in full. Before the dawn. In times of trouble, there are few things more precious than unconditional support.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Horsch von Beskay. Greetings, madame. Shall I show you inside? Blah blah blah, cutscene, blah blah blah. Make time. Gotcha. Alphinaud, Amber, is it really you? I'm so happy that you are... Yeah. I tried contacting Manphilly and the others, but no one would respond. And then Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. The man told me to run, and so I did. I ran and I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached, but I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I had observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Ah, yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, huh? Sorry, where was I? Oh, yes, so we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. My people are searching for the other scions even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only crystal braves await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor. Okay.
"'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh yes, I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphinaud.
So, Master Alphinaud, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphinaud, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
Don't make Tataru cry.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
before, to lead those who walk after. Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the lamb's alive, so believe.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Now Borealis is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke, his demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then? The earth is fertile and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavensward. Coming to Ishgard. The time for action has come and Alphinaud knows what he must do. Thank his sister profusely.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Ul'dah and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphinaud.
Lord Orchiffon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Forton. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man, and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
So wholesome.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the Gates of Judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then... ta-ta. To the west. To the gates. Wards of House Fortons? Ah, yes, you may pass. Okay.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. with memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
What's the point of having a gate if dragons can fly?
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Coerthas. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragon Song War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortemps, Heavensward. Read by a voice from a voice actor that unfortunately has passed away IRL. Greetings, mistress. On behalf of House Fortemps, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence as a residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me. Okay, now to attune to the main Aetheryte. Now, I may have gone off camera and unlocked all the Aetherytes. Fun fact, I found out that if you unlock the small Aetherytes, you gain access to the special gates. You don't actually have to do the main Aetheryte. Who knew? But for sake of this, I'm going to be running it. Just so that you can get a taste for what the city is. This city is decently large. Although you would kind of expect it to be bigger. The warrior of light and her brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortemps Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing.
Now the voice actor for this guy is the person that passed away IRL.
I, Count Edmond de Fortomp, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortomp, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortomp.
The honor is mine, Master Alphinaud. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies. Don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You will do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Taking in the sights, Alphinaud has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. Though our friends in House Fortomp have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new homes, that you might become more self-sufficient. I'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. 'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortomp. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortomp. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Amber, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go. Watch out, Tataru, the elves might step on you. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you the hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you round the jeweled crozier, where you might purchase all manner of goods and services before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If there are no questions. Follow you? Got it. Straight up north. Nyum. The hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thordan's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphinaud. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thordan I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. I didn't notice the statues. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweled crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. Did I go the wrong way? Can I jump over the fence? Kersplat? Yeah. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, words of House Fortin. How very interesting. Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable? Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, it can be found in the crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Okay. Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza and Foundation. If everyone is ready. And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. The better half. Your guide is eager to continue your tour of Ishgard. As for our next destination, Mayhap we should decide together what else can be found nearby. The Skysteel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, 'twould be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphinaud. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down to the hoplon and gawp at the statues. Ah, well, if you have a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink of the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid'll let you. My humblest apologies, Master Alphinaud. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Amber. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? Okay. Then I'm coming too. Yeah, he's probably not too happy about that. And that is this way. Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments, Master... Gibberlon. Just Gibberlon will do, and I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectation, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality, mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? 'Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wars and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphinaud, I think it would be best if we return to Fort Tom's Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that is out of the question, my lord. The Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphinaud. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please, do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcomed hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then. Tataru, Amber, and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. Okay, barkeep, you babysitter. Yeah, it's the last vigil. From now on, I'll be using the Aetherites to get around the city. Yes, show me inside the manor, please. Tell us then, Master Alphinaud, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we can be of assistance, my lord. After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. Yep. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphinaud. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, mistress, I would ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artoirel and Emmanellain in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station, and show mistress the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius von Belser and some half-dozen primals besides. She's not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them their impropriety, mistress, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. Okay. My thanks, Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. 'Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortom has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small, and so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, whilst simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that, furthering their goal, we shall further our own. Okay. This is where I can either speak with that brat or speak with this brat. Let's get the babysitting over with first. Emmanellain. Onwards and upwards. When a man like Lord Emmanellain is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. Shall we be off then, old girl? Who the heck you call an old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmanellain de Fortom, second son of Count Edmond de Fortom, true-born, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Ah, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artoirel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Yeah, you don't. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Helenart. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we'll be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Count Cloudtop. Shoot me now. And that would be by the astrologians. Are you ready to depart, madame? The airship bound for Count Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Okay.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Cid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. to a fledgling outpost. Within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
To a new area in which she cannot fly. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Coerthas may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And, of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We need to find Lady Laniette. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent! Do I sound obnoxious enough? I'm trying. Okay, I want to get that off my screen. Because I believe the porters here can fly. Which might come in handy. Can I Geronimo? Can I Geronimo? Can I Geronimo? Geronimo! Heck yeah! To the east, mostly, and a little bit south. Just it's annoying here because now I'm in a spot where everything wants to kick my butt. Like that Galacat. Mistress, welcome. I am Emmanellain de Helenart, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus have I been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helene, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. Okay. Ahem. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my lady Lania. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Oh my god, stop hitting on people. Lord Emmanellain, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with her. Get stuffed, brat. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravenian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. Not beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman, and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, mistress. Yeah, what's new? An indispensable ally. Lady Laniette knows all too well what must be done to ensure that your time spent in Camp Cloudtop is not for nothing. Does she? Okay. While I understand Count Edmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if I left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Yep. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Gervanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emmanellain from shirking his duty. Hey kid. Babysit a rock. A request from Laniette? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few moms away. Never mind. What is it? Roam about and keep an eye out for anything. A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Gervanian outflyers. Mission? Yes, of course. That is why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Hey, kid. Mistress, I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honoroi, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emmanellain. Poor kid. Lady Laniette would have me accompany Lord Emmanellain on his mission? I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obliged to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Money. Meeting the neighbors. Lady Laniette is eager to get to more important business. Now that Emmanellain is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year until suddenly, for unknown reasons, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Slur Marielle. She could use your assistance. Mistress, I presume? Lady Laniette told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. God, at least one of them doesn't have Anu around the area. And return to report. Come on. Patrol done. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? Yeah, I beat a few things up. Maybe it was too much hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I could take solace in the fact that Helene has blessed us with a mighty ally. Honey? Sense of urgency. An undisciplined unit is a unit ripe for destruction, as Sir Mariel knows. Accepting your recent clashes with Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as anyone is concerned, Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repair, so even were the Holy See to come under Dravinian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, mistress, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirits. Psych them up, you might say. I have to psych him up? Oh no. I don't want to psych him up. It isn't an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Linianette will give me a grand mission as befits my station. No, she gave you a mission as befits your personality, kid. Oh my god, that was so cute. Goes to attack me. Meow. What? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of moms away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it. Thank you very much. Many thanks, mistress. I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon? Lord Emmanellain said what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Laniette will do her utmost to oblige him. Money. Hope springs eternal. Sir Mariel fears what might come of Lord Emmaleine's newfound ambition. So do I. If Lord Emmanellain is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Laniette will want you to accompany him. Aye, you might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Mistress, Lord Emmanellain has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Yeah, sure. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor-Sien-Seren to the east of here. I would have you and Emmanellain bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Okay, kid, let's go. Lady Lynette told you to tell me about my mission once again? If I didn't know better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission on the success of which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests. The procurement of potable water. Finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go, let's go. If I conk him over the head and hog-tie him up somewhere, would that be in poor taste? Do you think his father would forgive me or sympathize with me? I dare say he might sympathize with me. Oh, wait a sec. Where am I going? No, over there. Okay. I'd say bite me, but you just did. So this is the Vor-Sien-Seren of legend, and nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Honore shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. I'm gonna push your charge face first into the water. That sounds like a splendid idea. If I recall, the correct one is somewhere up here. No. I do recall it being one of the further ones, though. But it's been a while. Okay, this one is taking a little bit longer. That's promising. Hooray! Ah, mistress, have you brought your entry for the contest? Here it is. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Money. A series of unfortunate events. Honore is more than a little concerned for Lord Emmanellain's well-being. Lord Emmanellain has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, mistress. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray, search the southeastern area of Orsia and Siren as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. His manservant is more capable than he is. Might I suggest a life of washing dishes? But he'd probably cut himself on the knives by accident. See no sign. Yep, didn't think so. Mistress, Lord Emmanellain has been taken by the Vanu. They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Okay. Do I have to? The Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Lynette what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, mistress, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emmanellain in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous, and insensitive, and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Well, maybe a little bit. By the Fury, you're not going to eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Amber, come over here. Netherlings come to free prisoners, spread word like thunder, and cast them into Cloud Sea. Not if I kill you first. Oh, you insufferable brat. Netherlings think away like guileful galcats. Rally warriors of Gundu, let none escape. is like the slowest escape ever. Help has arrived, Amber. Horchefon, is that you? Thank heavens, get us out of here. Keep Emmanellain safe, Amber. We will hold them off. Yeah, but he's gonna run through all of them. And I can't heal yet. Come on, kid. Kid, do not attack. Move.
Reinforcements!
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, roils like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes. The White! Mighty Bismarck! Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal! We must away! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
Nom. Okay, so can I smack Emmanellain now? I really want to smack him. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. All right, more than a few. Yup. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought. Just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him, and the rest, as they say, is history. Right then, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon. I promise. Hey, brat. A reward long in coming. Lord Emmanellain appears to be rather pleased with himself. Why? Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died. You know, me. Dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, old girl, is no small feat. I have made an historic discovery, a fact even Lady Laniette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes! I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't time we made our triumphant return? Pretty sure she shares my desire to want to push you off something tall. Let's see if you bounce. I like the sound those things make attacking. Praise Helene, I feared the worst. What happened out there? A primal? Are you sure? Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior toward the people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say that they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphinaud. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Laniette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour, a few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. Why, yes, you are right, of course. Mistress deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there is naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, mistress, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Horchefant, and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well. I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Leniette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. Stop flirting with her. You creepy little brat. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. So long as he's not included. Leave the brat behind. Oh, if I just have to go back to Ishgard, I am just going to teleport there. I confess I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again? In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emmanellain should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? And try to ward off anyone else he tries flirting with? Okay. Peter the female that has to put up with him. Welcome, mistress. Shall I show you inside the mat? Yes. Oh, it's you, Amber. Gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? You are no hero. You're a spoiled brat little lordling. I want to push him off something high. Can I push him off something high? Please. Please. Let me push him on something high. Over the wall. Lord Artoirel is less than eager to brief you on his mission. Let us begin anew, mistress. I am Sir Artoirel de Fortom, eldest son of Count Edmund de Fortom. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Horchefant has spoke of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of houses Durandare and Zelmil. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables and foundation. Okay. Greetings, mistress. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artoirel's instructions. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat, as I dare say you know this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. But to be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Now see, the importance about this is at the time that this came out, chocobo, we couldn't fly in A Realm Reborn. Things have changed.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting this. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artoirel. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Amber, ward of House Fortom. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillmont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortom are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Yep. Work in progress. Sir Redwald would have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest. Several craftsmen in service to House Dismail are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a woman with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Okay, he's over there, but there's a Chocobo Keep. And an Aetheryte I want to snag. Hi, Roth. Yes, I'm Roth. Who might you be? I don't know why I said that with a weird accent. I'm sorry. Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them blackbirds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you, mark my word. There's pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Let me jump over. How rude, you won't let me jump over. Ha! Now there's a woman what looks like she's found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind that'll hop too when she sees a task undone. Okay, money. The first and foremost. Good help is hard to find. A sad truth that Roth knows well. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I've any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others out that what need help, same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike. The bloody huge statue out in the waste, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Thermont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Thermont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Okay. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Rolf bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of the sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it, rather those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. There you are. Have you the bristles? Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldrath, the first of the Azure Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragon fire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. Regular ones, okay, never mind. Money. From on high, before you return to Falcon's Nest, Theramon has a favor to ask. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sirius Ador, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Any road, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, my friend. Warrior of Light Delivery. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it. What a fool of a... what a waste. It was a gift adventure. Theramont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Theramont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray, give my regards to Sir Redwald. Lazy, let's teleport. I must applaud your initiative, mistress. Roth tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Artoirel included. Okay. Reconnaissance lost. In times such as these, Sir Redwald is glad to have veterans like you to whom he can turn. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Dromont said. Good. We have lost contact with the reconnaissance party sent north to Riversmeet in search of the Heretics' Highway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not, but regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim and has claimed the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Artoirel will be working together. Seek them out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. It seems we have been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, mistress. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Coerthas Western Highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. A little west and a lot north. There, below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beasts below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. I can just jump. Can you just let me jump? If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Cool. I'm gonna jump. So that's what a frozen aetheryte looks like, huh? Yeet. Oh, there's nothing behind us. Hi. Are you all right? I heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved. Just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, mistress. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Naught but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, they were shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces they're passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done, but first we must see you to safety. At the end of our hope, Lord Artoirel seems loath to forego any opportunity to locate the heretic's hiding place. He has the right of it, mistress. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall. But we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured we will not be far behind, and Amber, thank you. Let's go. Of course they continue to the north, why wouldn't they? just hitting him with my staff as we go. Coming. I'm gonna kill you. No, I won't. Ugh. Banja.
Looking for me, I presume.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No! It cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou, alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them, but I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Killing civilians won't bring them together.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Mistress, praise Helona you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. And you have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Knights be not proud. Lord Artoirel would rather not linger without cause. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after tracking heretics across moms of ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours' rest next to a warm fire. Gonna be lazy and teleport. Lord Artoirel, Mistress, full glad am I to see you both hale and healthy. What news? We found him. We beat him up. One got away. You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcement could arrive? By the Fury. I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Artoirel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fortom can achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mistress have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience oppose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Lazy teleport. Mr. Samber, I would speak plain. From the first I questioned your motives and your competence, unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Haurchefant swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened because, for all of his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed she refused to acknowledge him, and, to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea and honored guest of House Forton, my new comrade in arms, Haurchefant's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Haurchefant had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength beseeks mine own weakness, but I will not doubt you again, Mr. Samber. On that you have my word. Good. Divine intervention. Forton's steward looks as though he has something to say. Ah, Mr. Samber, my lord, the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artoirel and Lord Emmanellain, if you would remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emmanellain's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zemail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord!
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain, elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zemail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Though viewing the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed, men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Zemail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Amaric at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. It has been too long, Amber. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tataru, I take it? Yes, little green swirlies. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is the more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grenal's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the signs have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I hear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course, in a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face Sir Grenal and a second of his choosing, another knight of the Heavensward, most like. Two of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphinaud's magical talent will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mr. Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Horchefant, but all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us and mayhap in the realm at large. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphinaud at once and inform him of our intentions. Amber, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, those get rather big. Listen carefully, Amber. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Adjudicator acknowledges Mistress Tataru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grinwell's face when he sees his true opponent. 'Twill be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Yep.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of two souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinno, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinno de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these two foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alphinaud Leveilleur, Tataru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Gruno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alphinaud Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
I shall do what I can to support you, Amber. Now let us teach these noble sirs the folly of bearing false witness.
I have my pride.
Ah, fine champion you are. You have been indulged enough, heathen swine. Amber, Alphinaud, look out.
I've got you now. Down with you!
We won! We won! The Fury has spoken. Alphinaud Leveilleur, Tataru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners accused go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again, my thanks as always. Yep. By the Fury, what a splendid victory to see how you strove in the face of adversity. 2 brave young souls, bound together by the puissant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray receive of me this chocobo whistle. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Amber? Will you take her for your steed? Okay. Lord Harshafa, chocobos are prohibited in the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. That is quite a mouthful. Your steed must remain outside. With that, I can now seek out Aether Currents. You need to do certain quests, complete sometimes certain dungeons, and find Aether Currents, which are these green swirling splots of stuff. And you attune to them, and through the quests and the Aether Currents combined, you will be able to learn how to fly. And this is how you learn how to fly in Heavensward and beyond. Unfortunately, it is earned and not just given when you complete the expansion, which I guess it's kind of nice. I mean, you don't have to complete the entire expansion to learn how to fly in one area. You just have to do all the requests that have anything to do with main story in the area. Thanks for joining me for this installment of my Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough. I hope it was enjoyable, aside from my poor job at voice acting. As always, feel free to give feedback in the comments below or just say hi. I may not respond, but I do read all of my comments. Feel free to follow the links to my socials below and drop by Twitch to say hi there too. Tap that sub button if you want to see it all much on YouTube, and as always, thanks for watching. I hope you all take care. See you guys for the next video. Until then, stay safe, and ciao.